If you're looking for the soft-sided coolers in this year, you are at the right place. In this video, we're going to show you the soft-sided coolers available on Amazon today. We reviewed literally dozens of products, and we made this list based on a number of factors including the features of the product, value for the money, and the reputation of the manufacturer. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. We even read countless reviews from actual users. If you choose from this list, you can be sure that you'll buy one of the best products available today. So make sure to check the product links below in the description, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have RTIC Soft Cooler 30 Can. This portable number keeps things cold for up to 24 hours. It's lightweight, great for meals and travel, and even has a leak-proof design. Better, if you drop it in the lake, it'll float. That said, it's our favorite of the bunch. Great for a whole host of activities. The closed gel foam insulates exceptionally well. Pretty much the whole point where coolers are concerned. Even if you don't know exactly what you're doing out there away from home, you're going to need some grub and beverage, and this is the cooler to have. Moving on to the next at number 2 with CleverMade Collapsible Cooler Bag. This bag features an impressive volume of 8 gallons, which equates to about 50 cans. It breaks down when you're not using it, meaning it won't eat up any precious space and can be packed out effortlessly. Also, it's nicely padded throughout, and there's even a built-in bottle opener. The collapsing feature can't be overstated. This thing can break down to a mere 2.75 inches in height. Impressive and useful if you're trying to conserve space and covering a lot of distance. The little things add up to, like a grommet for hanging keys and a wire frame at the top which offers added stability. The number 3 position is held by Coleman C2 Soft 45 Can EVA Molded Cooler. This Coleman option is straightforward, and therein lies the beauty. There's netting for extra cramming, a nice seal for proper storage, and the whole thing breaks down simply. Bonus points for the 4 cup holders on the lid that can be used like a table when collapsed. While portable and fairly inexpensive, the look of this cooler is not the sharpest. The zipper does include a bottle opener, and there is a germ-resistant liner for good measure. We like it as a tag-along to sporting events, where you can take in the game, sip a cold beverage, and secure said beverage on the table like lid. The added mesh all over the bag is helpful for stuffing and last-minute items. Next at number 4, we have Yeti Hopper M20 Soft Backpack Cooler. Yeti officially replaced its infamous Hopper Backflip 24 with the Hopper M20 this spring, and overall, we'd say it's an upgrade. First, the M20 has the same insulation bona fides as its predecessor. We placed a small bag of ice in it with a few cold beverages, and the ice didn't fully melt till 30 hours later in temperatures around 70 degrees. We're all for it. If you've used a Yeti cooler or a similar one from another brand, you probably know how tough it is to open and close the zipper, especially during the first few months of use. Sure, Yeti includes a zipper lube, but it can still be a pain. We love how easy the magnetic closure works. The additional clips add some protection. We shook it upside down, tossed it down a steep hill, and didn't have any issues with objects flying out of the top. The number 5 position is held by IceMule Classic Insulated Backpack Cooler Bag. If you're looking for a collapsible and durable option at a more affordable cost, we highly recommend the IceMule Classic. It isn't as comfortable on the back compared to Yeti's Hopper Backflip, and it didn't hold the cold as well, but our testers appreciated how comfortable the Classic is to carry on one shoulder, how light it was, and its durability. IceMeal uses a proprietary material it calls Mealiskin for a tough outer layer. That's combined with another proprietary insulation called a polar layer. And while IceMeal claims the combo will keep ice solid for up to 24 hours, we found that wasn't the case. Still, we don't think you can find a better soft cooler on the market for its cost. The number 6 position is dominated by IceMule Pro Cooler 23L. Dry bags are a staple of river trips, as are heavy, bulky hard-sided coolers. The IceMule Pro essentially combines the two into an insulated, durable dry bag perfect for a day on the water. Like a good dry bag, the IceMule Pro has a roll-top closure that it claimed will not let water in or out, and allows you to trap air inside for extra insulation. The IceMule Pro doesn't deliver multiple days of extreme ice retention, but it's enough to get you through a single hot day. When emptied, it's much more collapsible than stiffer, softer coolers meant to retain ice for multiple days, an important feature when conserving space in a boat or on a pack. Stiffer soft coolers are not collapsible and take up the same amount of space regardless of whether they are in use. Moving on to the next at number 7 with RTIC Insulated Soft Cooler Bag. The RTIC Soft Pack Cooler has a similar feel and look to a Yeti cooler but comes in at a more accessible cost. And there's not much difference in performance for the RTIC. A 2-inch closed-cell foam boosts the insulation and only raised about 11 degrees between 2 and 24 hours of having it filled with ice during our lab test. While our testers noted this cooler is large and heavy, and not the easiest to lug around, we also appreciate that the cooler floats in the water, is spill and leak proof, and comes in 4 sizes. We also found it to be an ideal road trip size as it's small enough to fit easily into a car yet sufficient to carry drinks and snacks for a few people. We enjoyed using this cooler on a road trip from California to the Midwest, and back to California, and saw it as a perfect cooling co-pilot. The number 8 position is held by Yeti Hopper Flip 18 Insulated Personal Cooler. The Yeti Hopper Flip series is a classic line of soft coolers. Yes, it's expensive, but as long as you don't drop it off the south rim of the Grand Canyon, you're likely to have this cooler for a very, very long time. We had no problem filling the cooler with 20 cans and plenty of ice. And not surprisingly, it had some of the best ice retention and coldest temperatures at the end of our 24-hour test. Besides its ability to hold cold temps and ice for days, our testers liked the size and shape of the cooler. They also liked how leak-proof it is and the 2 handles on each side of the cooler's body. However, they were not impressed with the lack of padding on the Hopper Flip shoulder strap and how heavy it was. Next at number 9 we have Arctic Zone Titan Deep Freeze. We love the Titan Deep Freeze Cooler from Arctic Zone for car camping and picnics. Besides having some of the best cold retention, the Titan has some excellent features helpful to picnic organization. We dig the hard body liner that comes out of the cooler and can serve as a shelf or table. We like the side mesh pockets to store utensils, napkins, or other picnic items that do not need cooling. And we like the bottle opener. But what impressed us most was the cold retention of the Titan. Some 24 hours after we put ice into the Titan, the inside temperature only raised 5 degrees better than both Yeti coolers we tested. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Polar Bear Cooler's Original Nylon Soft Cooler. Polar Bear's Original Nylon Soft Cooler was one of the most portable and best at cold retention among all coolers we tested. Our testers loved the short handles on top of the bag and included shoulder strap. It feels like a large tote bag and carries like one, is how one tester put it. The inch of high-density insulation worked very well in our cold retention test as the temperature inside the cooler only increased by about 2 degrees over 24 hours. And only about half of the ice melted during that same time frame. That's all for today. We upload fashion product review videos every single day. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for the upcoming video notification.